Hey guys, Andy Fellows here, thanks for stopping by. I apologise for not posting on this channel too much recently. The reason for that is I'm actually spending a lot more time working on my other channel, which you can check out by clicking here. Now, I've had somebody send me a question, so I thought I would take a moment now. I'm walking around, I'm here actually in a beautiful Jurassic country park in Northamptonshire, where I'm from in England. Rosa and I are currently over here visiting family and checking some stuff out. So while here, I thought it would be a nice opportunity to catch up with you guys and answer this question. Now the question that's come to me is, how do we deal with people who are lying and trying to push some form of agenda, controlling or otherwise, on us, when we know that what they're doing is lying and trying to push an agenda? How can we stay calm? How can we stay in our truth, if you like, when that sort of thing is going on? The first thing I recommend to have always is some experience, some understanding of the unchanging. Now this comes from personal self-inquiry. It comes from some fundamental understanding of the unchanging, and this comes through experience. And in order to get this understanding, to get this realization, it's important to question the nature of the self. If you go within and find out your true nature, the true nature of everything really, the self as Ramana Maharshi calls it, then nothing that anybody says or does or anything will really ever rock this unchanging within you, because the nature of the unchanging is that it cannot be rocked, it cannot be changed, it cannot be manipulated or sort of pushed into some falsehood. So if you first of all have that understanding, then going into any situation, it doesn't matter what anybody says or does, you always have that fundamental basis of understanding. Okay, whatever happens, I know, I see. Whatever happens, I can see the self. You don't lose sight of the self then, because actually you come to a point where you see that the self is not something that you can lose sight of when you truly recognize it that time. So that's for me, that's number one, that's the big thing. And often when somebody comes to you and they're pushing some sort of lie or some idea that they're insisting upon, it can be tricky to be in that situation for any elongated period of time and not start to question your own ideas and so on. Now, questioning your ideas is great, but when you know that somebody is basing what they're saying on usually ignorance, is where lies will come from, then it can be tricky. So in this moment, compassion is really important, because if you don't have some compassion, if you don't develop some empathy, then what will happen is that there will be some locking of antlers, some disagreement, some anger perhaps, sadness eventually. So if you first try and develop some compassion, then also the strength of this more abrasive, more upsetting behaviour will subside, or at least within you it will not have such a strong effect on you. In order to develop this compassion, what is necessary is to recognize in some way what is happening with this person, and they push in something, I believe this is true, I see this is so and so and so. And you can just say, okay, this person is saying this thing to me. Maybe they believe it, maybe they don't, maybe they think I should, so on and so on. And you can see that, and you can say, okay, this is what is happening now. And you can see within them perhaps some pain, and you can understand where these lies are then coming from. If you just take that moment and just see within them something that is perhaps pain or whatever, then compassion starts to come, compassion starts to arise. There's some, okay, I see. And then you cannot fight them because you understand them. And then it doesn't matter what they say or do, you can just say, okay, I understand. Now for people that really want to push an agenda, that can be quite annoying. But this is part of life, of course. So to conclude then, first and foremost, get this experience of the unchanging within you, first and foremost. And then seek compassion, empathy, understand where this person is coming from and what they're doing. It's not about fighting things and pushing things away and trying to change the way that things are happening in their experience. It's actually about understanding this thing that's being presented to you and going, oh, I see, okay. And in this way, things become softer, less abrasive, less sharp, less spiky. I really hope that helps. Thanks for watching. And if you want to catch up on the vlog from today, then you can do that by clicking here and subscribing to the other channel. Anyways, keep it real. Namaste. Live, love and play.